Hello. Hi, everybody. Yay. I made it on by myself. Hello. Look at all the people in the room. Good to see everybody. It's just me tonight. Uh, I want to say to Bobbles if she's watching. I don't know. She may be asleep and she's not feeling well. So she is taking tonight off, and we will be back with Bobbles on Thursday on her channel. But tonight is just me. And if anybody wants to join me up here, I would be glad to invite you up here. But for now, I have no topic, not anything of real importance other than what I did today. And but first, I want to say hi to everybody and say hi to the people who are here in chat. Let's see. Oh, Dawn Marie, I don't know if you're still here. You were here this earlier today. If you're still here, hi. Faye Ann, good to see you. Tina Powers is here. Linda, you became a member. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Connie M. Good to see you. Whiskey Musings is here. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Whiskey Musings has a channel. Just go over, type Whiskey Musings in. Well, maybe I'll put his link in a bit. But he does have a channel on YouTube all about whiskey and musings. Let's see. We got Gigi. Hi, Gigi of two. Good to see you. Ganjan. Good to see you. Glad you're with me. Ace is here. Hi, Ace. Good to see you. Just me, Sunshine. Hi. Tina Elaine. Good to see you. Instant Karma is here. Good to see everybody. So, hi, Aussie Amy. Good to see you. So today was actually a very eventful day for me and our my day job. A lot of you know what I do during the day, but we had a huge trial today. We're on day 4 of the big trial. It's the Johhny Depp trial. Johhny Depp took the stand today. His testimony started today. It was a huge day for our network. We carried what was it, 134,000 viewers in the live, pretty much all during all the testimony today. Well, it jumped quick, of course, when Johhny Depp did take the stand. But yes, big. I'm remaining on the fence because of that's where I have to be. Hi, Mark. Hi, Mark. I have to say it. Hi, Mark. So, Mark, you were there? Were you there in the chat over there on the network? Who? A show of hands of whoever. Hi, Tainted. Good to see you. A show of hands of anybody that happened to be in the Johhny Depp chat today. I couldn't tell because the chat was moving so fast. I had it set to 1 minute and I still could not see anything happening. I was putting my comments, I was pinning my comments so people could see it at the top. Just that was the only way that anyone could see anything that had to come from a moderator. It was a crazy, crazy day. About halfway through the day, our network managed to get a double screen box thing so we could see both of their faces as the proceedings happened. It was instant. I added constant to never mind dyslexia. Karma, it was unreal. My head was spinning. I was actually at one point hyperventilating in the background, and it's an autism thing. I was getting all worked up, but it was it's dramatic, very dramatic. What did some of you think of, anyone who happened to see it? I don't know if you noticed where our network fell, but our network fell at the top of all the lists. It was a very big day for us. We were at the top of the YouTube list for YouTube lives all day. But anyway, as far as the testimony and stuff. What did you guys think about it? So did you who did anybody actually, yeah, go ahead and show me hands if anybody happened to be in the chat or saw any of it today in any other capacity rather than our network. I would hope you were in our chat. Hi, Trey. Good to see you. 30 minutes from it. Oh, so Tainted says Fairfax is about 30 minutes from where you live, I would say he, I think it's he, sorry, where you live. See, yeah, all of the footage, you can catch it in archives on the network, on Law and Crime Network is the network that I work for. I froze. What did I freeze? I froze. I froze. I didn't freeze. Hi, Chazzy. Good to see you. Hi, Remain Calm. Team Johhny. We have both sides represented. But it looks like the numbers, if I were going to go by the hi, Chazzy. Oh, thank you. I did the red lipstick for something that's going to happen after this live, something that will come out on my husband's and my dear friend JC Bear's channel. I'll be doing something for something that's coming up with that. That's all I'm going to say. You have to tune in to see what's going on, but there's a reason that I'm wearing red lipstick, and that's all I'm going to say. But oh, Ollie, you were there in the network, in the chat. That's good. I tried to keep as best everybody up to date as best I could without being over the top. But the room was flying. 134,000 viewers is a lot to try to talk and put out info and stuff as the trial's going on. Yeah, Instant Karma says, oops, where'd it go? I know Johhny wanted his life private and now this. Well, he did, he brought the case, so he had to expect something like this to take place. Mark Kropka, it was interesting learning Johhny's past. Yes. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I'm going to go back. I won't be able to until probably the weekend, but I'm going to go back and listen to all of it. It's distracting to moderate a chat and try to pay attention to testimony and stuff, and still trying to keep up and trying to get as much as can as I can as a moderator, to keep the room flowing and to keep it free from too much stuff, trolley gunk. He talked, Just Me Sunshine says he talked too much. I think that I wonder how much of how he speaks comes from, not only we know he has ADHD and he talks, gets his stuff jumbled up and whatever, but he's also very, very introverted. And I have always seen that even outside of any of this. He plays the characters, roles he plays are that way too, aren't they? Like Sam from Benny and June is one of my favorite. It's my favorite movie of all time. It's Benny and June is my thing. My husband's and my song is the 500 Miles one, the theme song to that movie. That's our theme for 31 years now. That's been our theme song, or however long it's been out. I think we were married. I think we were together when it came out, but I know that was ours. Yeah. Oh, yes, Ace in the replays at Law and Crime. It's in. There's a playlist and everything for the trial. Oh, and I don't remember. I don't know what glitch. My brain is glitched. Hi, Gina Maxie. Good to see you. Witchy's here. Hi, Witchy. Good to see you. And yes, you guys, tell me in chat what team you're on. I can't tell you what team I'm on if there is one. I'm not allowed to say. All I can say is that I absolutely love Johhny Depp. I always have. I love everything he does. I do need to go watch the Willy Wonka one. I I haven't seen that. I can honestly say, I can't believe I haven't seen it, but I want to see it. I will go ahead and watch it. I just had a hard time because of the original. I grew up on the original Willy Wonka, and that's always been my favorite, one of my old favorite movies. And I didn't want to interfere with the thoughts on that one. But I think I want to go. I want to go see it now. There also, here's another thing. I have to admit that I've never watched 21 Jump Street. So now I need to go figure out how to binge watch all of that on top of all the other stuff that I watch on a regular basis. Oh, oh, sorry about that. Okay, so trying to catch up. Oh, yes. Instant karma when we get that big and whatever it does, it becomes very hard to keep track of. Usually we do have another trial that's running at the same time as that one. It's in deliberations, but the chat's open all day. That's on our beach channel B. It's the William Husel trial. So some people will stay in there and chat there and have the other one open if they can to listen, but chat in the other one. It's just one way to do it if it becomes too overwhelming. But yes, when trials get to be this big, it is very difficult to maintain a chat where people can talk more than hashtag team whatever. Yes, instant karma. Yes, I heard it, that part. I did hear him say that. Yes, but I mean, as a star, I mean, as a person who's famous person, that is very hard to do that and have a case like this where you're taking somebody to court and whatnot, and then try to protect your family in the midst of it. I can't even imagine. Let's see, kids calling him. What? Oh, yes. Let's see here. Oh yes, Ace. Me too. I love him. I love every bit of him. I love the hair. I love everything. And we pulled it back in a ponytail. I was like, oh, that's even better. I like long hair on men. I have to say that I do like it. I like full bushy hair. He's got a nice hair. There was something going around saying that it looked kind of like she was trying to match what he was wearing every day. I am not. I didn't notice. I want to go back and look at the days and see if I can notice. But I heard that something said about that she was trying to kind of match him, or one day he'd dress this way and the next day she'd dress that way. I don't know if that's accurate or if that's a thing, but I saw that said in somewhere in social media or something. Oh, the song you talk about, the 500 miles one, is that one what you're talking about, Karma? He Mark I cannot say your last name, sorry. Mark Kropka. That's why I always go, Mark. Talk slow and methodically. I wonder if that is, I kind of just, I said this to somebody earlier, is that I wondered, like, for this, that he is in his role as Johhny Depp, like Johhny Depp is a role for him, that, so it's, he, some people have themselves outside of their role of, like who they are or whatever, if they're stars or whatever, and this is the role of Johhny Depp. This to me reminds me of many of the characters that he's played, especially like Gilbert Grape and all that kind of thing. I kind of see a little bit. Oh wait, just me, sunshine. Oh wait, I have to put this up first. I do love, yes. Actually, my husband and I had a cat. Um, he named her Captain, thinking that it was a boy, but it ended up being a girl because Captain had two babies, and we named them Benny and June. Benny and June, the little kitty cats had extra toes, polydactyl. So Since this was my favorite movie, I decided I'm going to name my cats Benny and June. We had Benny didn't make it very long because we had an issue with some neighbors and they didn't like animals, and some stuff happened in their yard that I don't want to talk about. But little June we had for 16 and a half years, and she was named after the June character. And Benny was, but Sam was actually my favorite character in the whole movie. Sam was, June's interest. Oh, I do realize he's been messing up Cross. It's going to be interesting to see what tomorrow brings as he's on the stand. Yes, Ace, right there. Yep, that's it. Every time I heard, or every time he was up there, I kept singing it in my head. See, I wanted to break out in tune, but I didn't. Yesterday in the trial, whoever was on the stand, I think it was the last witness, they kept saying the phrase, do you recall? And every time I kept thinking of the Major Lazer song, that do you recall? That song, that's one of my favorite songs for for Fun Friday music listening. That's one, yeah. Major Lazer, I like that one. Let's see, Tack Warrior. Willy Wonka is so funny. Johhny was great. I will probably end up having to figure out how to go about seeing that. Yes, Gene Wilder. Yes. See that, this one right here, that Willy Wonka, I'm just so partial to it. It's always been my favorite. And by the way, Tic Tac. Sorry, Tack. I can't say your name. Oh my gosh, Attack Warrior. Sorry. So Rich been watching in the rafters. Too busy to chat. Yes, I'm glad you're watching. Hello, good to see you out here. Kayla, hi Kayla. The trial is you can watch it on Law and Crime Network. We're live. It starts in the morning. The live starts at 10 Eastern, and it'll be day 2 of Johhny Depp on the stand. Oh, okay. Now here's another one mentioned. I need to see The Rum Diary. I agree. I love the first Willy Wonka, which, oh my gosh, yes, I love that movie. But I will give him a chance because I love Johhny Depp. And yes, Johhny Depp has always been hot. 21 Jump Street, he was the hottest. I'm going to figure out how to see that. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. That's good. Yes, that's what we're doing today, watching the trial. So you're in, is it Australia? No, I don't, you're outside of the United States, right? So you get to watch it. Your daytime is going on right now, right, Ace? I don't remember. And Amy says, I loved Jump Street. I used to stay up late as kids to watch it. What year was that in? I cannot believe that I never saw it. I can't believe. I think it's because I must have been living at home and my parents didn't watch it. Or maybe what year was it in? 21 Jump Street. And Trey says the chat goes incredibly fast. I know. I'm so sorry. I can't see anybody. So if you guys were there, I promise that I'm not ignoring you in any way. I just can't. I try and scan for certain words so that I can pick through and make sure that I'm getting anything that might be derogatory. We get some trolling issues, and I want to make sure that I take care of that while the chat is scrolling. Hi, Mel Mac. Good to see you. Oh, Witchy says, I'm still here. The babies are stubborn. Are you trying to get those babies to sleep, Witchy? You still can't get the babies to sleep. Yes. Tina, me too. no matter what, I will still always love you, Johhny. So in Karma says, I'd never seen Jump Street or 21 Jump Street is good. Who has the show? Netflix, Hulu? Oh, yes. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to go do a search. Maybe if I find out, I'll put it in the community tab. Not that I do much on this channel, but I'm more on with Bobbles than I am on my own stuff. So I think they added him to correct his appearance. Let's see here. This one. I thought that too, but I didn't comment. That was what she was trying to match up with him. I think she still loves him. I don't know. I want to see. I wonder if she's going to take the stand. I don't know. We shall see. I want to see what she has to say about everything. Yes. Oh, yes. Some were saying, I did see that in social media and stuff, that's what was going on. And there were some side-by-side pictures that I saw. And I mean, we can make anything seem that way, but it could be. I don't know. I hate to say it, but I liked the suit she had on, I think day 2. Everyone said she was looking like a airplane what do you call it? Assistant? Well, they used to call them stewardesses, but I think that's not such a PC word anymore, but whatever you call it. She looked like, she looked like she wanted to fly a plane, I think they said. Yeah, Chosen One. Hi, Sparling. Good to see you. He made it back to the hospital 3 days anyway. Y'all pray I'm able to get the funds to stay the rest of his. Oh, back to the hospital. Oh, this is for your husband, correct? I'm horrible at short-term memory, better at long-term memory. So if I've messed that up, I'm sorry. So yes, we'll keep you in prayer on that. Glad you're able to get back there. This comment says, she doesn't deserve him. I would look after him. Oh, some of the I was going all over YouTube watching stuff, and I was listening to and ours too. I think we have some of the audios on our channel as well. I have to go see. I have a great, awesome person working with me, and he does all of the clipping and stuff, and the putting up the videos and stuff. It's been a big help, and he is rocking it with the smaller clips, and he's got some really good stuff of what's going on in the trial up in the smaller clips. And I think some of that is the audio that from some of the calls and stuff that were between the two of them. I know that Johhny recorded some stuff. I would assume he was recording it on his phone that he had hit. I don't know how that was happening. I don't know how he did it. I didn't find out how he had recorded it, but I wondered if he had his phone out and just had it on and was recording. Crazy at Oz says, hi. By the way, hi. Nice to see you with us. I have a family member that talks slow and precise. Yeah, I live in a house with mumblers. I love my mumblers. There's 3 of them. Me, I tend to stumble on my words, and probably most likely due to autism. And sometimes at the beginning of my sentences, I go, especially if I'm trying to think of a lot of stuff at once and try to spit it out. And hi, Sassy. Good to see you. I may have said that already. I don't remember. Oh, the technology guy, wasn't that his friend? The guy who did the sound or something for some of the movies. He was talking about the movies he was in and he did the work for. If anybody can remember some of those movies, I recognized them when he was saying it, but again, like I said, trying to watch the chat and all that, It's a lot. Hey, JC Bear. I got to working late and never got the link out to you. I got on here like right before it started. I had a late day. It was like I had to run, but I managed to get my face done, so it didn't look like death. So, oh, yes, we did. We named our kids Benny and June. I was JC Bear. I was telling him that we had 2 kitty cats that we named Benny and June after the movie Benny and June. The mama cat was named Captain because we thought it was a boy. Luna, hi Luna, good to see you. Hi Spartan Dan, good to see you. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see everybody. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so glad you're here. Oh, yes, JC Bear. I was talking about the Cooking After Dark channel a little bit when we first started. You might have some emails coming in for. I wanted to give a shout out to Danielle Robinson. She sent some stuff to the email that she was preparing today, so you guys can look for that. You and the Captain Unicorn can look for those emails. Good to see you, Dan. Oh, let's see here. Trying to keep up. Okay. Yes, I wanted to put that up. Yes, love Jean and Gilda. Gilda Radner. I loved her. She was awesome. They were such a cute couple. So Sassy Nerd Girl says, fun fact, Johhny Depp and Tim Burton are best friends and godfathers to each other's children. Aww. Aww. Oh, I'm telling you, I totally think that Johhny Depp is a really good guy, and like he's got a really good heart. He's been through a lot. His family life and stuff, rough from what I got from his testimony, what I was able to hear, which I need to go back and listen to more of. Hopefully, sometime over the weekend, maybe I might be able to find some time. But I do have to do some. I have to do some editing for a certain video. So that should be coming out soon as I get it edited for Cooking After Dark. Seen a lot. Oh, let's see here. I've seen a lot of you fly by in the chat. Oh, yes, people flying by in our. I was telling everyone, JC Bear, that we had 134,000 viewers in the live today for the Johhny Depp defamation case against Amber Heard. Tina Power says, have they got a verdict and yet in the doctor? I've been interested in a trial, but work when y'all come on. That's why I haven't been chatting. Nope, no worries. They left. Okay, so yesterday in the Husel trial, which is on our channel B, they did they were deadlocked, and the judge issued the Allen charge, which is like it's called the dynamite charge. Basically, it's just instructions that send them back in and have them keep going. So he gave them the charge for that and sent them back in to keep deliberating. And they kept deliberating, ended the day yesterday, came back today, deliberated all day today, and went home with no verdict again. So it'll be interesting to see if the Allen charge that was issued does the effect that it's supposed to do, which is get them to come to an agreement, or is it going to end up having to be declared a mistrial? We shall see. I don't know. But no verdict yet. Tainted. The second one is very different. Oh, the second one, meaning the Willy Wonka and JC Bear. Sorry, I was more into Richard Greco, but I have enjoyed his acting. Richard Greco is cute too. Oh, yeah. I tell my daughters that Johhny Depp is like their Harry Styles. Oh my goodness. I love the way Harry Styles is now. I love that he's free to be and do whatever he wants to do and whatever he wants to wear. I absolutely love it. I love it, love it. Um, Ace, oh, you are? I thought you were in Australia, so it's your daytime now then. While we're all getting ready to go to bed soon. What the reason for the Johhny Depp trial, it's a defamation case. He's leveling against his ex-wife, Amber Heard. Let's see. Yeah. And Ollie, I'm really enjoying what you guys are keeping us informed of what's going on. Makes it easier. We also have a full network in case anyone, during the breaks and stuff, we have a network. It's on the same website, Law and Crime Network. You can subscribe to it. There's a whole thing on where to watch. You can see it on Dish. Now has our network on it. So if you have Dish, you can watch Law and Crime Network on that. There's all kinds of ways to watch it on the channel. And our network's great because our hosts give updates and they talk about testimony and stuff. And a lot of times I'll actually have the network running on my other computer while the trial's going on this computer so that I can hear what they're saying, so that I can relay into the YouTube chat a lot of what is being said on the network as well. Mel Mac, we had 134,000 viewers today for the live. So it was rocking. Nobody could see a thing. I had it slowed to 60 seconds, and that still was enough. I didn't want to go any more than that because then you have to wait, and it drives people crazy to have to wait. It's bad enough at 60 seconds. One time during the Rittenhouse trial, I had to have the chat at, I was at 2 minutes for that one. And that trial only got about 78,000 viewers for the lives on that one. This one is, what is that? That's doubled, or is it almost tripled? Somebody, I don't know. Is it doubled? Sorry, my math is horrible. Oh, poor witchies having with their stubborn babies trying to get those sweethearts to sleep. So, can say the name of the channel again? Oh, can I say? Yes, the name of the channel is Law and with the and sign here. Let me type it in the chat. Law and Crime Network. That's the name of our network. What did Kathy think about breaking YouTube records? Oh, we're all totally excited. At one point, I was teary-eyed. We heard from Dan Abrams. He cheering us on, and I'm in there going, I'm crying. I got all teary-eyed. A lot of people may not know, but I've been running the YouTube channel for Law and Crime since 2017, and beyond that, in 2015, I created the channel for a friend of mine who and I, who had a little thing we were doing. It's called Court Chatter. She was Court Chatter, and I was running a website and the YouTube channel. And Dan Abrams found us, liked what we were doing with our little channel, and acquired the channel and the website and brought it in and created Law and Crime Network. And we came in, I came in with Kathy, and I had it all running under that. And so then I transferred everything over, and I've been running it ever since 2015. So now we're getting a large group of, a large team now is going to be working with the channel because it's growing, and it's good. We have a great team now. We got people coming, getting stuff in place because the channel is doing so well. We actually have I've created 4 channels for the network. There's the main one, and we have a channel B, C, and D. And Others, sometimes we can run 2 live trials off of the main channel, which is awesome. And I made a joke to Kathy, my friend, and said that, we could be running 2 trials off of each 4. That could be 8 trials, Kathy. If she could have come through the phone and grabbed me by the neck, I'm sure she would have. We're like, nah, we're good. But yes, we got oh wait, who's sorry, I'm a little behind in chat. I'll have to catch up now. I have to scroll. I tend to want to put everything up. Edna, was that her chat name? I forget what the chat name was. Do you remember? I was wondering about your do I know you by another name, Instant Karma? Did you have another chat name? Ollie says, looking forward to coming tonight since you were having the live stream. Yes. And if you see me in there and I'm not and I don't say anything to you, be sure to, if you can, some people can't, but if you can tag me so that I can see the orange for my name, it helps me be able to see if somebody's talking to me. But I do, with 134,000 viewers, I tend to miss stuff when people try to aim it at me or whatever you want to call it, at me. So if you can do that, then I can I'll say hi to you and I'll shout you out and I'll pin your comment if you if you say hi to me. So thank you. Yes, Karma, the Husel trial. That's how far back I am. I'm not used to having this many in chat. So I'm way the heck up there with comments, and y'all are practically on another comment or another conversation. Let's see. Oh, I pinned the, oh yes. I try to pin stuff. It helps. Hi, Jinlo. Good to see you. Jinlo is one of my moderators, as is LCL Linda. And John Marie was here earlier. Not sure if she's here now. They are my moderators who work with me in all of our chats, and they are a great help. And I'm very, very thankful to have them with me on the team. Oh, yes, I agree with this one right here. Disney better rehire him for Jack Sparrow again. I'll protest if it doesn't. Triple. Yes, thank you, Ollie. My math is horrible. I can't do that. That's why I leave it all up to everybody else. You guys do the math for me. I cannot. Yes. Yes. They go to other, they move around and stuff. They probably go to where maybe some, I don't know, commentary is. They maybe, they're, I try to direct everybody over to our network for the commentary because that's what we got going on. We have some of the greatest hosts on our network. A lot of our hosts are lawyers and are very, very, very smart. One of our hosts for a show called The Law and Crime Daily is Brian Buckmeyer. He's a defense lawyer in New York, and he is fabulous. He is an excellent lawyer. I love defense lawyers. I love them. I'm a defense lawyer lover. Pika, did I just see Pika? Wait a second. Where did Pika? Hi, Pika. How are you feeling? Emergency surgery. How are you? You're better? Are things getting better? I haven't seen you on Discord. So come say hi to me on Discord. I should have said hi to you there, but yeah, this is what he was dealing with. Ow! See, I don't know the size. Is that big? I can't. I'm bad at sizes too. Don't say nothing, JC Bear. I guess it is if it blocked the. If it was blocked, I don't know size. Kirk, my husband will have to show me that later. He'll have to show me on a ruler what a centimeter looks like. Yes, I struggle with that kind of thing. Oh, kidney stones are the worst. I've had past 2 of them. Yes. Both of them I passed with no medication. No, nothing. The first one was 9 hours in the ER because I didn't have insurance and they wouldn't take me in. I had to sat there for 9 hours passing a kidney stone. They didn't know what I was going through, but it ended up being, oh, you have a kidney stone. And then when I got in there, it stopped hurting and they gave me the Dilaudid anyway, and I took it anyway. I was worn out by then, but yeah, passing a kidney stone without anything is very, very difficult. It's worse than childbirth. I will just say that. Absolutely. Just me, sunshine. Thank you. My brain is all over the place. Yes, these kidney stones hurt. Oh my goodness, they are horrible. And I guess we could put this on the. So I'll be keeping you in my thoughts and prayers for tomorrow, Pika. To hopefully get the plastic to. Ooh, ah, that just made me wince. Yes, I'll see if I can I'll try and keep an eye better and see if I see my name. My name, everything flies by in the chat. I can't keep up. And Tina says, thank you, Tina. I have a whole crew who does an awesome job. All of my moderators are awesome. All of my the editors I work with and everything we're putting up on the network and all the stuff that we're doing for the network is awesome. Oh, Discord got rid of music. Oh, you can't do music on Discord anymore? I don't know. I haven't tried that. Hi, Ablavi. Oh my goodness. Hi, Ablavi. Good to see you. Hi, Secular. Good to see you. Let's see here. Oh, I'm trying to catch up. 1 second. See, that's what happens when you have an OCD personality. You tend to want to read out every comment, and then you get behind. Darn it. Hi, Day Day. Good to see you. Hi, Danielle. Good to see you. Oh, Sassy, where are you? Wait, did I just see you? Hold on. There you go. There you go, Sassy. Let's see here. Oh, by the time yours put my stent in, I had 100. Oof. Ah. I keep reading things that keep making me wince. And I don't usually wince over stuff. Yes, I think I'm not. I don't remember what the last tally. I thought the last time I saw it was 134,000 viewers in the chat. Something, but I have a feeling tomorrow we're going to top that. Every day it's been bigger. It's doubled. Pika, have you been watching any of the trial? The Johhny Depp one? That's sorry, there's okay. I lost my place. There we go. It's good to see everybody. Yes. Glad to see you, Day Day. Hi, Undercover Angel. Did you see Undercover Angel says that they saw over 145K in the chat? Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Oh, Johhny Depp. I was absolutely mesmerized. If I kept losing my train of thought because I have to look at the chat and stuff to try to keep up with stuff and or whatever. But yes, he does kind of tend to lull me asleep a little bit though. So there's that. But the chat was moving so fast, there's no way sleeping was ever going to be a thing. Pika says, popped in briefly on who shall not be. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. There's the chat. If you, I ran at the very beginning of the trial, I ran a poll to see whose lawyer did a better job, just to kind of get an idea of where everybody was in their thinking and stuff, whatever. And I think it was 95% to 5% on Depp's attorney side. So that can kind of give you an idea of how the chat is running. I know once it's over and it's all done, I can say more about it. But I'm trying to keep my I'm trying to stay neutral because I had work in the chat. On this one, I'm stapling my rear end to the fence, and that's where I'm sitting. Hey there, hi. Oh, I'm out. Good to see you, Dave. Oh, okay. There's a name. I'm like, do I know that name? I don't think I've seen that name in here before. Good to see you, though. Thank you for being here. Unless you were secular a minute ago. Maybe that's who you were. Were you secular a minute ago? Let's see. Yes, he will be on the stand for the rest of the week, maybe into next week. Do you think he's going to be that long on the stand? I put up a thing, and I only put like 2 days. I think it was up to 3 days. I put a poll up for the chat, and I put it up to 3 days. I wasn't thinking a week. Do you guys think it's going to be a week on the stand? And I want to know if. Okay, thank you. That's okay. Secular is okay. It's okay. I kind of thought that's what that was. I don't know. See, I saw secular in here. He was in here a minute ago, and now there's that name. So now I don't know if it's the same person or somebody else. Oh, secular has a million names. Wow, he's going to be on the stand until next week. Holy smokes! Here I was only thinking a day or two. Oh, thank you, thank you, Ace. Do you see? We got some saying they think it's going to be he's going to be into next week. We got someone saying it's going to be done tomorrow. That's what I was kind of thinking. I was going to say about 2 days. I knew it would be. I knew it would go in. See, he didn't finish. He didn't finish his direct today. Direct will continue tomorrow. And what part is he in? He was talking. They moved to his relationship with her, and I think that's kind of where it ended. So it is secular with his other name in here too. That's okay. As long as everybody's good, I'm good. It's okay. Secular so far. So who gets acquitted? Which one is acquitted? Is that the Johhny Depp? Johhny Depp's not he's not in. Is that who you're talking about to be acquitted? If that's who you're talking about, Johhny Depp's not up for anything. He brought the case. The case is against Amber Heard. He brought a defamation case against her. Everybody, it's funny because there's a lot of justice for Johhny, and then a lot of stuff against her, saying where they want her to go, and like to prison and that kind of thing. This is a defamation case. It's a civil case, so there's not going to be prison time. But there are a lot of people have her there already, and that's Oh, secular, are you in here 4 times? Dude. Raise your hand if you are secular. Just oh. Well, you're fun if you're nothing else, Sec. Yeah, I'm hoping that in this case that uh, from what I'm hearing and from what I've heard so far, I'm not thinking that he is from what I'm hearing, I just don't think that he's abusive. He admitted in one of the things that was recorded, and I do believe it was played. I think we have it on the necular, or on the necular. Sorry, I read secular. It's, oh, no alcohol is involved. That's just how my brain works. That on the stuff that he recorded when they were having an argument, that he said, yes, I pushed, and she admitted, and he said, yes, I pushed you. And then she said, yeah, he admitted to that. He was defending himself. He was trying to get to another room. He kept going to other rooms and she kept following him. And so there was all that loveliness. But I see him as, from what his past. Oh, thank you, Ace. I find myself annoying. I'm sure many do. I'm sorry if I'm annoying. My brain is everywhere all the time. But I think that he came out of an abusive childhood, which is what his sister was saying. And I kind of think that plays a lot into how he is now, that he is not combative. He isn't. He never has been. Look at the look at the roles he plays. The roles he plays are not roles that are combative in any ways. Very, very meek. And yes, he's an actor, but not everyone who was harmed as a child by a parent or whatever grows up to be what was done to them. I don't want to say stuff because I don't want to, say, I don't want to trigger. I want to use SA or whatever those words are. I just have to remember to do that. Hi, G5. Hi, Nanny's Pride. Good to see you. Yes. Oh, yes. There's another case, guys. We are covering this one too. Our network is covering this one. It is the Daybell case, the Valo Daybell case. Kathy Russin is the executive producer of Law and Crime Network, and she is all over that case. She has been from the beginning. She covers it. She tweets about it. She sleeps it. She lives it. She knows it I don't know. I can't remember my name half the time, but she can remember stuff about like 5 trials at once. And I go to her when I need information. She has the control of the brain at all times. She takes, and when I need some information, I just ask her and I get my information. But yes, that's the other trial that we will be covering as well. It moved, from what I think I heard, is that she was deemed competent to stand trial. And so now they're going to start, we're going to be working towards a trial date if there hasn't been one set already. I haven't seen the updates on that myself to remember what was said with Depp going on. That's about all I can keep in my brain at one time. But that's the other case that we will be working on as soon as that comes. I don't know when they're going to have that case. Good night, Pika. Feel better, hun. I love you. Night, night, Pika. Poor guy. Ugh. Not ugh, but ugh for poor Pika. I met Pika through when our trial carried the Rittenhouse trial. That's where he came in. He started coming into our chats then, and that's where I adopted him from. So he's now my adopted other son. whether he likes it or not. So, just me says that, don't, yeah. She's like, all her friends, you get a penthouse and you get a penthouse and you get a, oh. Thank you. Ace keeps saying absolutely beautiful. Ugh. Nanny's Pride says I've been watching Addie for years. That's thank you. Is this the name you usually use in the chats, Nanny? Or is there another one that I would know? Because this one doesn't look familiar. Thank you for watching and glad you were with us. Karma says, I want a penthouse. Johhny, please. Isaac was an excellent witness. I did like his testimony. He got very passionate. Longtime friend, and his accent was adorable. I couldn't get enough of him talking. And Karma says all her friends and family use Johhny. So, and Karma, me too. One time here, I was sitting outside. I had my son and the dogs. And we were all sitting out watching under our carport, a storm that was passing through, and it was a doozy. And all of a sudden, everything on the patio started lifting up while we were sitting there. The wind started blowing really bad, and stuff just started flying around. I didn't know until after I was able to get up and get inside that there were tornadoes. They were small tornadoes. They weren't, like they weren't big ones, but they were enough to lift stuff up off the ground. I didn't know we were sitting out in a tornado. That scared the crud out of me. I now am not, I'm a little bit more cautious when it comes to storms here where I live. You never know if it's going to be just a windstorm or it could be something else. But it only happened that one time. It has not happened again. But boy, that was a full couple days of small tornadoes that came through, which is odd because I didn't know we had those here. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. And A says, Johhny Depp is just so kind, went to the children's hospital, was beautiful. See, that's what I've heard about him too. I think that the people associate people who are on substance to always be the worst of the worst people. And I think he was a sweet man. Pardon me. I need to drink of water. I think he's a sweet guy and maybe easily used. Bigger personalities tend to maybe, I don't know, it's just what I'm noticing. I don't want to say too much yet. Oh, cool, Angel. Autumn is my favorite year. Favorite season, autumn. As soon as we come out of summer and start to go into fall, I am absolutely I love it. My favorite. And then I like colder weather. I told my husband that if it starts to warm up and if global warming happens and it starts to warm up here, we're moving to the Antarctic. So get ready, start packing in case we have to go. I can't do heat. I pass out way too easily. And Witchy says this, yes, he's a sweet guy he just met the wrong people. That's what I'm hearing. You take stuff you hear with a grain of salt and you listen to that side. But I do think that's what I've always heard about him, that he's never been like said bad stuff about him. I mean, other than what's being said by maybe people on the side of the you know, her family or whatever, because right now we're hearing his side. We need to wait to hear the other side. But outside, as a person before all this, I always saw him as a very calm person. I know he's had a lot of issues. Okay, so Secular says addicts and substance abusers are like any other group. Some are capable of compassion, others are. Yes, yes, very true. And I think that he is on. He's a good guy deep down. Oh. Hi, Lindsay. Good to see you. Glad you're here. So did anybody have anything else you wanted to discuss? Wow, we've been doing an hour. Oh my goodness. See, Depp got us through an hour. Holy crap. I wasn't going to do I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I didn't want to, you know, put that out there if no one wanted to talk about it, and then it ended up being Depp. Good to see you, Lindsay. Did I lose? I guess Whiskey Musings left. Sorry, Whiskey. Wish you had stayed. So Ollie says, how many kind of with the cold you can put more clothes on? Yes, that's it right there. Bingo. Nothing to do when it's too hot. You can. Yes, I have heat stroke, whatever you call that. I overheat. I can't regulate my heat. Part of that is from autism. Is my inability to regulate my body temperature. So I will be hot 1 second and freezing cold the next. I'm cold when right after I eat. It's just weird. My temperature goes up and down, but I can't, if I'm in the heat too long, I get overheated and then can actually pass out. I was constantly passing out as a child, lived in Nevada and Arizona, and spent a lot of time with what they thought were naps. I wasn't napping. I had passed out in the car because I had overheated. Hey, Thursday's child. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh my goodness. I just saw it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Is it yellow on me? This is for Bobbles. Is this yellow on me? No, it doesn't show yellow. See, it doesn't show yellow. Thank you, Ginger Snap. Thank you very much. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Let's see here. Thyroid issues too, Eddie. Your thyroid plays a big factor. No, I haven't had any issues. It's always been ever since I was little. It's just heat sensitivity. Unable to regulate. My thyroid has not been an issue. No, but I've had all that stuff tested, and no. Some people just don't do heat well, and I'm one of them. And I think it's definitely related. It's related to sensory. It's sensory issues. So it's part of autism. Just inability to maintain. I got a lot of sensory stuff. Thank you so much, Ginger. Let's see. JC Bear. My JC Bear. They say tomorrow, but whether people can be wrong half the time and still be employed. So Karma says, as I get older, heat has become a problem. Yeah, for me, it's been ever since I was little. I remember my mom they would have to rush me into the house, just being out from going to like church or whatever to home. They'd have to run in and get me in front of a fan, get me in cold, just to bring my temperature down. I just don't regulate, never have. And Tack says, so good to see you. Been with you a long time. So proud of your growth of your channel. Love you, girl. Keep plugging along. I need to do more, but I actually am More about 3 nights a week, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I am live on a panel with JC Bear, who's in the chat, and Babbling with Baubles. It's on her channel, Babbling with Baubles. Moderators will probably be able to put that in for you. Be sure if you're not, most of you probably are. you're all her people. But those who aren't, I'm on a panel with Baubles 3 nights a week. And it's easier for me to be on someone else's panel than it is for me to do my own right now because of the long hours that I have been working. Up until recently, I was working 13 hours a day, so got some help lately, and so now I'm not working as much. It's easier, so I'd like to be able to do more here, maybe, but I just enjoy being on Bobble's panel. And Karma, yes. It's a lot, Addie, with heat. Yes, it is. It's not good for little kids to overheat. They can't tell you they're overheating. They just act like they're sleeping. I would get in the car and then I would wake up and we'd be at a destination and all I remember is, wow, that was a quick trip. But in reality, I was overheating. So then I'd be sick and I would say, I don't feel good. And then they would have to, and I'd be white as a ghost. And they'd have to go and get stuff and, put cold cloths on me in the restaurants and stuff. It was lovely. Oh, wait, what did I miss? Hi, Deanna Gordon. Good to see you. Oh, Witchy, let's see. Witchy says, Elon Musk, been around the block. He knows how to get... So that's what I've heard around that that she was with Elon. Is that what I heard? I don't know yet. JC Bear says, on Monday into Tuesday, we got wet snow and rain. We've had snow where I'm at. It was last week. And then it went from snow to, oh my goodness, what is that? I have to go to, oh, Tina Elaine, thank you very much. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. Did that glow green for Bobbles? Oh, thank you so much, Tina Elaine. I always liked saying your name, Tina Elaine. Oh, Karma says, remember a cousin who was allergic to the sun. My son had an issue when he was little we would take him, when we first started taking him to a pool in our complex. We didn't know if it was the sun or the chlorine in the water. But he would just break out in hives everywhere after just a little bit of time at the pool. So it could have been, we still don't, he's okay now. He doesn't have any issues now with that, but it may have been the chlorine that was the issue, but he would just break out in hives when we first started taking him to the pool. So Just Me Sunshine says, yes, Addie was once with Elon. She was once with Elon. Karma says, oh wait, where'd it go? It shot up there. There it is. I gave during Johhny trial. You did. Thank you so much. The network thanks you for the support. Everyone who supports the network, thank you very much. Ace, it could. Well, I remember that as a kid. Yes, I had that issue. So that I don't know what it was. It was anything that was touching his skin at the time. He would get it from just his life vest. We had to put shirts on him to put on his skin, or he would break out from whatever it was that was touching him unless he had a shirt on. So I'm thinking that he does have skin sensitivity. We're noticing some issues now. He's 17 and he's having some issues. He's got really tough skin on his hands and the bottom of his feet are starting to really crack really bad. So we're going to have him checked. We've already started that process with getting to the bottom of what's going on with his skin. He inherited some skin issues through some family, so we're going to see if they can figure out what's going on with that. Let's see. Witchy says, how much you want to bet she will plan to sue Elon Musk next? She don't understand how powerful this man is. Scary thought. So Dan is having some weird weather. I'm so glad you're here, Blavi. Johhny Depp has lost his looks, but the court case is fabulous. I'm sorry, but I find him quite attractive right now. I absolutely have no problem with how he looks. I love his hair. I love everything about him. Hi, Secular, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. Very sweet. Thank you. The Ace, thank you. Yeah, it's probably just skin stuff that you inherit, and then you got to do stuff to take care of it. Like put lotion on. Him being on the spectrum, he's like his mom. I don't like putting lotion on either. I cannot stand it on my hands or my feet. Oh, it's a horrible feeling. So I will deal with cracks and stuff, but it's getting harder for him to walk and stuff. So we gotta get it under control. Thank you again, Secular. Let me see here. We got a big one. I have to put it on so I can see because I was blind as a bat. Addie, my youngest has sensory disorder. He has worked through a lot of it. He can touch just about everything, but mushy stuff still bothers him. Let's see. Food for me. Mushy to me is one of the best textures. Oh, I almost said another word. Oops. The best textures, I don't know. Well, I do struggle a little bit with mashed potatoes. That's a little bit too much. But my favorite texture is pasta. And overcooked pasta is even better. Karma. Oh, why the red lipstick? Something that's going to show up on a channel that JC Bear or one of the mods or whoever. I need to mod JC Bear. Wait, hold a second. Let me mod JC Bear. Where are you, JC Bear? Oh, well. Hold on one second. I gotta find you. That way you can post your stuff. Oh, hold on. I lost you. There you are. Hold on. Oh, I'm not looking at the ceiling. I'm looking at the monitor. I have 4 monitors. 2 up here and 2 down here. And it looks like I'm looking at the Lord. Let's see. I lost you again. Hold on. There you are. There you go. Now you can post your stuff. Let's see. Okay. So somebody asked about the lipstick. That's a surprise for later for a certain cooking channel called Cooking After Dark. That is the unicorn. Somebody said something about the unicorn and I missed it. So sorry, somebody said something and I saw unicorn and then forgot to go back and look at what it said. Okay, so somebody said, let me see what Lindsay said. One second, I'll continue that thought in a second. Me too. Don't tell me I'm going to have to fight for him. Oh yes, our Johhny. Johhny will be handsome till the day to the day he shuffles off this morsel coil. Jennifer, hi, good to see you. Heidi, do you think it's possible that Johhny Depp is on the spectrum or just an introvert? My son is on the spectrum. Oh, I go back and forth with him. He did so well with Sam and Benny and June. He like pegged that role. Like I didn't know about autism when Benny and June first came out. I didn't know I was I or my sons were on the spectrum until I was later on after I had my 2 sons and I got them diagnosed. And the doctor said, well, I asked the doctor, well, how do you get autism? And they said, ma'am, have you ever been diagnosed? I said, for what? What? They said, so basically they were looking at me and they saw the same thing in me. I was like, what's wrong with what? And I was flapping all over and just, they had us in a room and they were watching us, and I'm all over the place like my kids. I was doing all the stuff they were doing and not even realizing it. But as far as Johhny Depp, I don't know. I don't know how to peg him on that one. There's the unicorn is here. Unicorn, you are. Let me see. Where's the unicorn? I have to find him again. There he is. I got to mod him too. That's my hubby, the unicorn, who also needs a wrench. There you go. But yeah, I don't want to say yeah, because I don't want to be that person that thinks everyone's on the spectrum. I can kind of see in some people, and then somebody I'll look at and go, well, they kind of maybe, but then no. So I think that he's just ADHD and very introvert because of what happened to him in his youth, and that's but he is a severe introvert, and I think the severe introvert comes from what he went through as a kid, from what they were saying in the testimony about his family life. Yes, Sec paid you and Captain Unicorn a compliment, so he would not troll you. So he would. Thank you, Seki Poo. You are welcome here, Secula. Introvert means how do you it means somebody that doesn't do well and around other people. Maybe not, they don't make friends very well, they're very quiet, shy, have a hard time making friends. I am the kind of person that I have a very hard time with friendships, keeping friends, leaving my house. Socializing is very difficult for me. um, uh, I have a friend that I've had since 1983. She's still my friend, and lives 2 hours from me. But I'm making friends and trying very hard now to make more friends. Heidi Black is my friend who also lives near me. But yes, I'm always had issues being making friends, being out there. There are people who are extroverts, but also maybe don't have a lot of friends either. I find, I don't know if my husband wants me to speak about him. He's here in the chat. Do you care? He's excellent. Socializing when he goes to parties and stuff. I'm the one standing behind him, hiding, usually glued to the back of him. I've been that way my entire life. I used to hide behind my brothers. They also would stand and I would be behind them, and we'd be like this. And I just don't do, I hate circles. I hate groups. I love people. I just don't do well. I feel very uncomfortable. So when somebody says, let's play trivia, or let's go into a group, or let's do group activities, I'm like, no, no group activities, no. My oldest is the same way, doesn't do groups either. Hi, Engine Joe. I'm going to say it. The man with the 4-inch tongue. I don't say it as well as JC Bear, but there you go. Joe, or yes, my husband does answer for me. And if people see that, that is part of autism. I look to him when I can't get a thought out, or when I need help speaking, or when I'm not comfortable with a certain subject. He is my guy. He's how I deal with stuff that I can't get out. And both of our sons do the same thing with us. It's part of autism. It's somebody is there to help a person on the spectrum be able to say what they need to say. Sometimes they can't say it. I can say it here, but if you were to ask me open-ended questions, I would probably sit there and look at you going, huh? What? Oh no. So this person isn't what I thought, honey. Remember earlier today when I had a kind of sort of little bit of a freak out? Well, everything is good as usual. JC Bear knows what I'm talking about too. Everything is good. We will discuss after this live. Everything is fine. Oh, so let me take a look. Somebody said something that I wanted to see. Ace says, I just asked Google and she didn't understand what I said. Google does not, or you know who doesn't understand me? Siri. Siri cannot understand me. I think it's in how I speak. It's in the way I say my words or whatever. If I'm not absolutely concentrating on every word that comes out, nothing comes out right. So when you guys get messages that are long-winded, because a lot of words do come out, a lot of them may be wrong because Siri didn't understand me, and because I cannot speak. So Ginger says we don't really know who's all on the spectrum, but being open and talking about it instead of being just checked off like different is a good start. Yes, and actually this is going to sound odd, but somebody who is on the spectrum can see things in other people that might make that person go, I think that person is on the spectrum. And then you get the comments from people go, you think everyone's on the spectrum. No, I think that the ones I say I think are on the spectrum are because they're doing something or saying something or doing something in a way that I see in myself or that I recognize because I see it in my sons or whatever. Not because I like to label. It's not about that. It's about understanding and seeing. When you were raised a certain way where you weren't allowed to be who you are because who you are is bad behavior, lazy, all the words used for a person on the spectrum or kids on the spectrum before there was a diagnosis. When you grow up and find out that, oh, this is why I do that. Oh, now we have a name for it. Now we know. Then you want everyone to see it the way you now see it. You want everyone to say, okay, she's not just a weirdo. She's actually autistic because she does such and such. And one of the phrases that is the hardest for me as a person on the spectrum, and I love, and I don't ever pick on anyone for saying it, but I hear it a lot, and that is, if you had never told me you were on the spectrum, I would have never known. That sentence is very difficult because the reason that you wouldn't have ever known I was on the spectrum is because when I was a child, the only way to deal with kids like myself was to force us to be still. That means things like sit on your hands, don't move, don't wiggle, sit still, stop rocking, stop moving like that, stop doing all those things. And punishment was a big thing to try to get those behaviors that were seen, which is actually stimming. They're actually a good thing. It's how I get the stuff out, all the sensory stuff that I need to get out and be able to sleep at night. But because no one knew about it when I was little, and I don't blame anybody. I do not blame anyone. I don't blame my parents. We didn't know. We didn't know back then. We did not know about it until my youngest was, I started noticing things about him when he was real young. He was probably about 3 to 6 months when he started really noticing things like he would not let me nurse him. He wouldn't let me do anything. He didn't want to be touched. He screamed all the time. It was he was very agitated. He was actually flapping his hands and doing all the things that kids do very young. He just was over, and I would actually make it worse for him because I was like him and didn't know it. I also was doing those things. I was also making him agitated and didn't know it. My oldest, and it's okay if I talk about my sons, they've given me permission, but my oldest was different on the spectrum. He's also on the spectrum, but he's not as agitated, all the time. He had ADHD and all the stuff that goes along with it, but he was different. And he and I did better together because we didn't agitate each other. He was calming. I was the agitated one. My youngest was the agitated one with issues with ODD and that kind of stuff. And with my stuff on top of his, it was difficult. But we started recognizing with both of us that something needed to be checked into because something was going on. And that's when we had him, he got his diagnosis. He was 5 when he got his diagnosis. He was immediately put in ABA therapy, and he was still nonverbal at 5. And he began to come out of his shell and become verbal and started gaining sentences by the time he was 7. And we attributed that to ABA therapy. We had good ABA therapy, the good kind. There's, some people are against ABA, but I'm absolutely for it. I absolutely think that it is wonderful for kids on the spectrum. And boy, did we go down this road. Hope y'all wanted to be here because this is where we went. But anyway, with his diagnosis, that actually opened up a whole thing. He's an extreme picky eater. I was a picky eater, but because of the way I was raised, I was forced to eat anyway. And it was a battle that was fought from 6 months old with me. And the stories that I grew up hearing was, you wouldn't drink your bottle, you would just chew or suck the nipple, but you would never drink the bottle. And I was a very skinny, thin child because I wasn't taking a bottle enough. I also was adopted, and so then there was a stuff that went along with that as well, with your mom and that kind of stuff. But as far as eating issues, if you have a child who is a picky eater and you're really battling it and you really have a hard time and you just are fretting and don't know if you're going to make it through this with your kid, if you feel like you have to make sure they eat, they've got to do what you tell them. We fought that battle. Captain Unicorn will tell you, we fought that battle for until he was probably about what, honey? About 7? Then we started letting up on it. We made sure that he was on vitamins. When he was younger, we gave him the stuff that you give him, like Ensure and all that stuff. He drank those drinks. We made sure he had all that stuff, and he was on vitamins. And so he was getting the nutrition he needed, but he didn't have to deal with the sensory issues. We had him in ABA therapy, and his therapist used to do things where she would try to desensitize his mouth by manipulating inside with her thumbs and whatever, with gloves on and whatnot, to try to get him used to being okay with stuff going in his mouth. He would put stuff in and he would immediately gag. Both of my boys had the same thing. Where they would gag, and it was very, very sensory stuff. He only ate about 4 or 5 things until he hit a certain age. And even now, he still has things that he will not eat because he just can't handle them sensory wise. He's 17. He's about moderate on the autism spectrum, and he still can't do a steak, will not touch a steak. I've tried. It's a thing. Our oldest used to chew steak like it was gum, and we called it meat gum. He would chew it. Are you still chewing that 2 hours later? But we gave up trying to battle something that we felt was, you get to a point where wait, what am I saying? No. Oh, yes, I wanted to see. I'm sorry, I wasn't really looking. The biggest subject about autism is it genetic or is it caused by things like vaccinations? That is an issue that is a very hard subject for some who are absolutely believers that vaccinations cause it. There are others that are only genetics. My belief and my feeling from experience, and I'll tell you why, is that I do not believe that vaccinations cause autism. I believe that it is genetics and it is passed down. I have found out since I found my family that there are a lot of people in my background, in my biological family, that are a lot like me. My biological mother, right prior to her passing away, sadly, a year before I got to meet her, she wanted to be tested for being on the spectrum because when she met me, she found out that we are very similar, and she wanted to go get tested. Um, I don't know other family members or whatever. I don't really want to say too much because I've never really spoken to them much about it. But I think that it, because of what I've seen and stuff and what I've heard about some stuff in my is that the genetic part of it came through that. Um, as far as vaccines, I was never vaccinated as a child due to religious beliefs in our family, and neither were my three siblings. We grew up, and I was partially vaccinated when I was an adult because I had to be a caregiver. So I got started with the vaccinations when I was an adult. Still need to go back and ask them how to finish that, which means I probably have to have it all done all over again because I had partial. But the I was not diagnosed. I mean, I was not vaccinated as a child, and absolutely on the spectrum. From what I was told as a kid, all the things that my mom said about how I was as a kid and everything lends absolutely to autism. So with my two sons, my oldest was not vaccinated until immunized until he was 11 because we homeschooled him until he got smarter than I was in math, and then I couldn't do it anymore. I did not inherit um, math skills as an autistic person. My son, my youngest, has, but I did not. It bypassed me, flew right over my head, and hit him. So he's the math whiz. I am not. But my oldest was not um, immunized as a child, but was at 11. And he is on the spectrum and was as a child. We're looking back on what we know from our youngest. Everything that my son was doing was all autism, and we absolutely know that he also was. So genetics played a part there. As far as my youngest, he was immunized at when we brought him home. He got his first shots, and he had them ever since. He also was on the spectrum, so he would. I don't believe that vaccinations had any role in him in his autism at all because the genetics was already there. Um, I have other family in my adoptive family who do have children on the spectrum, and I have people in my family that I believe are also on the spectrum, and they believe that as well. I won't go into names, but they too, um, some of which were not immunized, and growing up in the religion we were in, and it was so it possibly could be genetics that way as well because there was still the autism, but there was no immunization. Anyway, that's where I stand on that. Do I think that some things could happen or had happened in the past from immunizations? I think so. Yes, I think some things happened to people that on the when vaccines first started coming out or whatever before they realized there are better ways to do them. I would say that yes, but to be an actual cause of autism, I don't. I'm on the genetic side. So Jen, let me see. I want to see what Jen says here. 1 second. I may have missed a lot of stuff. So Jen Lowe says I kind of thought you might, Jen. I didn't really know how to say this. I don't want to upset because anyone has the right to believe whatever they want. If you believe that vaccinations are the cause, then that is absolutely your right to believe that. I'm absolutely okay with opinions and all that stuff. I used to be um, very vigilant against this subject, or not, not the right word. And I didn't like this discussion, but I like people to have opinions and be able to express them. Just as like I want to be able to express mine. And my opinion on it is, that it's genetics. But you are absolutely okay with me if you believe otherwise. But it's kind of neat to discuss it though, kind of see where people are with it. Um, Karma says, I truly believe my son has some autism. I really do. The spectrum is broad. It's a long spectrum. There's people like myself who probably would have been more called Asperger's. rather, now it's changed since the DSM-5. Now it's high functioning autism or whatever. You're now on the autism spectrum. They've moved us all into it. My son, my youngest, was absolutely diagnosed as autistic. He is not Asperger's. He is autistic. Um, my oldest, I also believe the same thing, that he is his autism is not Asperger's, that his is autism. Um, Also, there's a difference between girls on the spectrum and boys on the spectrum in high functioning autism. And another thing that I wanted to discuss, and it's getting late, we're already at 1:30, an hour and 35, but there's something called masking, and girls mask more than boys in autism. Masking is kind of like you're doing things to try to fit in, to try to be like everybody else. You watch everybody else, you do what they do so that you can fit in and be comfortable in a group. That is what I do. I am the queen of masking. When I'm by myself, I am absolutely, I have the noises, I do the stuff, I do all the other stuff. But when I'm around other people, unless I'm comfortable with you, then I can be myself. Like in my house, I can be myself. But in my around people on here or whatever, and why people say, if you hadn't told me, I would have never known you have autism, it's because I mask. And masking, it really, I don't think it's a good thing. I think that a person should be able to be as flappy as they want to be. I think that if you let your child have all the stims they need to have, that they will deal with autism better than the way I've dealt with mine. Mine has, I've had major issues trying to be who I am, who I was supposed to be. And that's why we decided not to not to stop our kids from doing stimming. Stimming is the flapping, the rocking, all the things, because what stimming does for a person on the spectrum is it relieves the tension and the stuff that is built up through the sensory issues. Ginger, I'll read that in 1 second. But that the stimming is a good thing. It can make people uncomfortable, and when a child gets older and they're more aware, like my youngest and my oldest, both of them are more aware now. When they're in public, they don't do their stimming and stuff as much as they do when they're at home. Now, they do still rock in place, they do that kind of thing, but they don't do it as much. They do way less of their stimming outside the house because now they're older and people are starting to notice, or they start to notice that people are noticing. So a lot of their stuff will be kept for home. And my son has a thing that he does. He makes cute little noises, and he walks around the living room with a piece of wood. It's a sword that we got him, but it's a piece of wood made into a sword. And if you ask him what he's doing, he will say he's playing a game in his head. He has his headset on. He either usually has gaming music, or, which I didn't know he was listening to, but he listens to death metal. I was shocked. You listen to what? But nothing has words. He likes stuff with no words. So he listens to gaming music or metal or anything that gets him going, and it gets him, and he walks and does circles and circles and walks around the living room. And he used to go outside in our house before, and he would go around the neighborhood, and but he can't do that here because we're kind of there's a lot of traffic, and he sometimes gets lost in his thoughts, so he's has to be careful with that. But yes, stimming is excellent as far as letting a kid get out what they need to get out. Because if you don't allow a kid to stim, everything that happens and everything that all the sensory stuff that's built up during the day comes out when they're sleeping and messes with their sleep. I have not slept well since I was a baby. I didn't sleep as a baby either, but I've never ever in my life slept 8 hours in one stretch. I am a chronic insomniac because I just have sleeping issues that just were never, part of it is my brain goes 50 miles an hour and nothing stops it. But anyway, if you have a kid, let them do their stimming. Don't worry about what people think. If people have a problem with it, that's on them. It doesn't matter as long as the kid is happy in themselves and do what they need to do. Like for masking, for me, um, it it's the coping mechanism that I was trained to do, and that I wish I could be free like my son to just do his thing. I wish I could do that and just be myself. And it's easy to say, go ahead and be yourself, but then I have to learn how to be because I was trained not to be, if that makes sense. When you tell a child over and over and over and over and over again, don't do that, don't move, don't rock, don't do that, you sit on your hands, and we'd have to sit for hours and hours and couldn't move. You tend to take all that out of your kid. And um, flapping is I do that on Fun Fridays. I now have a night that I let myself go, and I enjoy Fun Friday. It lets me have the release that I need with the tension and stuff. And a lot of that involves, things that help me do that. And that's my flappy night. I call it my Fun Friday that everyone has seen me talk about or whatever, is my sensory night. Somebody wanted me to speak about my sensory room. My husband created in our basement a just basically, we have a gigantic TV, and we have lights that flash all over the place. I've got there, I guess, what do you call disco light? No, well, yeah, okay, disco lights. They're the colored lights, and they flash and stuff. We got one light that's in there that it changes to the beat of the music. The colors change to the beat of the music. He put in a huge sound system that has a gigantic, what is it called again, honey? A subwoofer, something. It's a big thing. It's a big box, and it shakes the entire basement. And the neighbors cannot hear a thing because we are in a basement, and all of that noise is contained in our basement. So, but my it shakes the basement. Eminem is my thing, and I enjoy when I need to. I get the music going, and my oldest son and I are big into Eminem. We actually watch the videos and critique and go over the music. Yes, the subwoofer. I don't know the subwoofer, but we go. He and I do. We go watch the lyrics things, and we like to kind of dive into Eminem and what his all of his music and stuff on all of his albums. One of my favorite albums, I'm just gonna say it, it's Music to Be Murdered By. It's one of the best albums ever. I love it. And I don't know if anybody knows this, but Eminem is on the spectrum. He is autistic. He's an SB. When you hear him talking about himself, and how he uses the R word, which I don't like the R word. We don't use the R word. I am absolutely against the R word, and we know what R word that is. But he uses that in one of his videos and stuff. He's talking about all the stuff he's talking about himself. He's talking about autism, and he actually does in some of the lyrics name it specifically. So he found that out. I don't know when he found out he was on the spectrum. And I think that's why he's so good with his lyrics, is because he is absolutely on. He knows how his words affect somebody on the spectrum. And that's why I am totally drawn to his music. It is the most, it's just a thing. I just love it. I love it. But yes, he created an entire basement for me to get all my flappies out and do what I need to do to be amongst humanity so that I can, so that y'all can put up with me. But my husband loves me, and he's my protector and everything else. And I thank him very much for everything that he has had to go through. He's the only neurotypical person in our house. He's the only one, and it's been a challenge for him, but he is awesome, and he's a great dad, and he puts up with us. And that's what I said. Thank you for putting up with me. Anyway, I am wearing myself out. Whew, my brain is going a million miles an hour. So any good, I'm going to look back real quick and see if there's anything that I've missed that I want to comment on. Yes, I am not, you know what? I hold no grudges against anything, because about anything about how I was raised or anything about how I grew up, because no one knew when no one, I don't know if you know it, but I'm 55, almost 55 years old. And when I was growing up, no, I don't even know if there was a diagnosis for how we were. We were just given the labels. And now that we have the diagnosis and know the why, it is so much better. But I don't hold grudges. I don't. Not against my parents at all. I wish that I could have been raised like my son, but I can't, so I don't live in it. Um, Karma says that her son would go straight into seizures with the lights. For the most part, I'm pretty good. When I say flashy lights, I don't mean strobe lights. Strobe lights I can't look at. Strobe lights make me nauseous instantly. But the flashy lights that I'm talking about, they're colored lights, and they go around the room, and it's just lights around the room. They move around, and they're a lot of fun. But no, I can't do strobe lights. Strobe lights make me want to no, it's too much. But um I know that some people on the spectrum can have issues with seizures. Epilepsy is common in, can be a thing in autism. Eyesight thing. My eyes are so bad. My eyes are 2520. What is it? 2520. They're really bad. I'm considered legally blind. I guess one doctor told me that anyone who has to wear glasses to see is considered legally blind. But my number that I have is 2520. And when I have my stuff set up on my monitors and whatnot, it's set at 150% because I have to have it big to be able to see. So big day tomorrow. Yes, big day tomorrow. Wait, I want to see what Ace said real quick. What didn't make sense? Let me see. Oh, I lost it. I lost a lot of comments, but oh, it's something about his. Was it this one? Right? He, yes, and he writes very creative. My youngest is likes art, a lot of stuff with art. He's fabulous with math. He can do all the maths. He does it all. We don't know how he does it. The teachers don't know how he does it. He does it all in his head. He got the math gene. Um, the worst, I wouldn't say he's a savant. That is actually something that hardly ever really happens. The whole Rain Man thing is not as common as a lot of people think, but he is excellent. I'm about. Good to see you. Hi, Yvonne. Good to see you. The flappies are when an autistic person does hand flaps, like this kind of stuff. It's it's stimming. It's flapping. If you ever see me get really excited or whatever, you're seeing me do something. The flappies. That's why when I'm on with Bobbles, I wave like that. That's just how I. That's how I hi because it's my personality. But the flapping is what a person on the spectrum does to do this stimming stuff. It's like rocking and all the others. There's a lot of stims. A lot of kids do a lot of things. Some kids play with objects. They'll twirl a string or a rope or something. They'll have something in their hand that they're twirling all the time. They'll use those spinners and stuff like that. A lot of those things, I've got them all over. Um, but flapping is, it's just the flappies is when I get flappy when I'm excited. Like, when you get excited, oh, yay, we just got that. That's what flapping is. So there you go. Yeah, Karma says we're going to have 500K in chat tomorrow. I don't know if my computers can handle that. My computer's slow down. I need to only have one stream on each of my computer. I have, I work with 3 computers. When I'm doing my work for the network, I have 2 computers that I sit between, and I have 2 mice that I use. I use them for both my computers, and I go and work 4 monitors on 2 separate computers all at the same time. I've been known to edit up to 3 things at the same time on 3 computers. I have a computer that's in New York that I'm remotely accessed to, and I get to call in, or I call into them and or use it through remote access. So that's 3 computers that I work simultaneously to do stuff. And I've been doing that by myself for the network for the past 7 years, and now I have people to help me, and it's great. So, but anyway, so sunshine, I find myself lately overstimulated. I replay my day word by word and action as well. Yes, if you have a busy job or whatever, it can be. Are we gonna crash YouTube? I hope. The Law and Crime Network is responsible for crashing YouTube. News at 10. But I thank everybody for supporting me and the network and all of our Dan Abrams, Kathy Russin, Rachel Stockman, Andrew Eisbrook, all of our awesome people at the top of Law and Crime Network. We are all, thank you for the support, and thank you for tuning in. And after Depp, if you guys still want to watch trials, because it can be kind of addicting. I've been doing it a long time, turned a hobby into a career. But just come on over into the chat, and one of the chats is always up with a trial on it. Thank you. I actually just did them over the weekend. They look like that. They are real. They're my real nails. I had them longer, but I had to cut them back because they start to bend weird. But yes, I do my own nails. I like the colors this is the new colors from this, wait, where is it? This box right here, right there that I'm pointing to, all those polishes. That's a company called Holo Taco, HOLOTACO. That's the only nail polish I use. I am not, I don't get a thing from them. I don't get nothing. I just love the product. It lasts 3 weeks for me. I can get 3 weeks out of one polish or one manicure, and I do it all myself. But anyway, so look them up. They are awesome. Holo Taco is a great company for nail polish. If you like them sparkly, they have topping that you put on to make them sparkly. Holographic sparkles, very nice. Yes, the red lipstick is for something going on later on. Be sure to tune in to the Cooking After Dark. The video will be dropping soon, as soon as I edit it for the unicorn. But the video will be coming soon, so it's going to be a fun one. Hopefully I will have it done by at least by the weekend. We shall see. I know I will. So CNN is talking about, everybody's talking about it. It's all over the place. Wait, let me see. How do people who do these chats all the time keep up with the chat and talk at the same time? I find this quite difficult. I've missed so much. So proud of you, Miss Addie. Breaking news. We broke major records today. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you. This has been fun. I am so glad that I could do this with you guys. Please keep Bobbles in your thoughts and prayers for her to get better. I'm sure I think she posted in the comments on her video that was scheduled for Tuesday, but is now rescheduled for for Thursday. But she no feel good. And we will be, as it stands right now, we will be all together on Bubbles on Thursday, and then again on Saturday for more trivia, and then back on Monday with a drop of a video over the weekend for cooking, for the Cooking After Dark. And then Monday they'll be doing another live. So keep up. Be sure and advertise. Be sure to subscribe to all the channels. I wanted to shout out Danielle Robinson. I'm going to put a bunch of links in the description on this when I'm done. It might be tomorrow morning, but if I remember, if I remember. But of people that I like to shout out, Beauty by KK on YouTube. Love Beauty by KK on YouTube. But I would like to do that, but I'll put links and stuff in the description. But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for all the support. And we will see you again on Thursday. Take care. Love you. Bye.